So yeah,
Such a
it's
busy week. Are you gonna even
it's
sleep this week? Are you gonna get any sleep at all?
I don't know what sleep is, but I have to avoid legal snags by telling you that I'm recording.
Oh,
Apparently, according to Skype.
for quality and assurance purposes, quality and
I don't
training
know about
purposes.
quality, but assurance purposes, sure.
Quality and training purposes. This call will be recorded. That's
Training
great.
purposes. Do not listen to anything that they do on this.
Yeah, don't unless it's about that hustle. All about that hustle, baby.
All about that hustle.
You're gonna be hustling a lot this week, and we're gonna talk about that. So, a lot going on, man. A lot going on. Welcome back, everybody, to the Backstage Boys podcast, episode number 30. This is Trent, along with my co-host,
Basil.
and we are here to talk. It's Mania week. There's a lot going on. I ain't doing shit. Basil's doing everything. This
Everything.
this is his week. He's gonna shine. He's the diamond. He's shining this week. So we're gonna. It's completely the Basil show with special guest Trent. That's what it's gonna be this week.
It's always the backstage
Come-
boys.
But yeah, dude, you got the week. We're gonna talk a little bit about Basil's last weekend, Rise and Glory Pro, and then we're gonna just discuss where you can find him at Mania week. He's gonna be out in New York. A lot going on. So one of those things where if you see him, find him, hit him, slap him, kick him, kiss him, hug him, one or the other. Pick one, pick your poison. But we'll go over that in a second. So, Basil, how you doing today?
I'm a little tired, but I'm good.
You're always tired.
Yeah, but I always have a justification for it.
So tired.
Uh, I got back at 1 in the morning and then was at work by 8:30 today, and
Nice. Glory Pro. Now, Glory Pro runs on the Illinois side, right? Because they can't
yeah,
do the Missouri side.
Collinsville.
Right, because they got the state athletic commission in Missouri,
Yeah.
which is tricky. I remember right. Ring of Honor used to run Collinsville. That's because for that reason.
Yep.
Um,
They
because
still do whenever they're there.
they still go. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, the only people that can really afford it is is WWE. It's like the only place that can actually afford to run out of there.
Yeah, dude. It's I remember when Ring of Honor used to have like there was a set loop, and then whenever they'd come around back to your town in the loop, you'd have the DVDs from the last loop, and it'd always be like Chicago, Collinsville, Dayton, um,
Detroit.
Detroit, Philly. Like there was always like you knew like they had a set loop of towns back in like classic Ring of Honor days,
Yeah.
and it was always cool because like you could continue, you could like keep up with storylines and stuff because the loop was very set at one time.
Yeah.
And then they just when Sinclair came in, they expanded so much and so fast, so it made it hard. But I remember I used to love just like collecting the loop DVDs because you'd know like what I just saw in Chicago, I have to get like the Collinsville one next, and then that plays off of what I saw, and then whatever, and just go on. Those are fun. Danny Daniels owns every single Ring of Honor DVD except like two.
That's crazy.
Dude, legit except two, and he's like
Even all the
almost
current
got
ones?
everything.
Holy cow.
You you won't believe it what that man has. It's like Scrooge McDuck's money bin, but imagine replace the money with DVDs, wrestling DVDs.
Insane.
It's amazing. It's the greatest collection I've ever seen in my life. It's insured for more than his children are.
I hope not.
Amazing though. It's unreal. I've never seen that stuff in person. It's incredible. But
Awesome.
all right, man. So let's talk a little bit. So you had a busy weekend, and
Very
you got
busy.
yeah. So let's kick it off. You went to Rise. First time doing Rise, right?
Yeah,
Rise debut.
yeah, first time doing Rise, yes.
Yes. So just to clarify, you did not do Shimmer this weekend, just Rise.
No, just Rise. Shimmer already has like a set crew for photographers. Rise is a little bit less.
So
Um,
are you doing just ringside for Rise, or are you doing portraits?
no, just ringside because there was 61 women backstage,
Jesus.
plus whatever extra talent wasn't on the show.
How do you even fit that many? I've been backstage at the Borough and Eagles Club. We've ran there. How do you fit that many people
Every
backstage?
inch of downstairs and upstairs was being used. Every
Jesus.
inch. It was, you've probably never seen the bar area that packed.
Oh my God, no, I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
bar area was so there. The people were changing the bar area. It was every little bit of it was used. There was bags everywhere.
You know, my favorite memory of the bar area is, and this is such a weird random memory, but one of the first times I was there was we had Brian Cage on the show, and I just remember him. He got like a loser Giordano's, which I think you might have brought him. But like somebody gave him a loser Giordano's, and Brian Cage just he walks in super excited, like, oh man, and like goes and sits in the corner of the bar and is enjoying the hell out of this deep dish, like it's the last meal he's ever gonna fucking have.
I believe it.
And he was just like, oh my god, but no, and then somebody's like, can I get Brian? Let me get a piece. He's like, fuck no, like,
He eats it
like
like he hasn't had food before.
dude, it was just so funny looking at this giant man devouring this little. And it wasn't even like a large; it was like a small. He was just devouring it. I'm like, get away from me, lay off me, I'm starving.
The man eats.
The man eats, man, for sure. But yeah, dude, how was Rise, man? Talk about it.
Oh,
First
dude.
time.
Yeah, first time for Rise. That was a fun show. It felt good to be back at the Berwyn Eagles Club.
Yeah, memories.
Like that was
Mhm.
really I got Berwyn tacos. I
So
couldn't eat the
memories.
Berwyn tacos at the bar like I used to do with Eddie Kingston back in the
No,
day.
you eat them at Berwyn, like the restaurant.
Yeah, well, I didn't eat until after the show,
Hmm.
so I had them after the show instead of before the show like I normally do. But I got there probably like half hour before the show started because I had work. Was supposed to be off earlier, but you know how that goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so cool. So Berwyn tacos still tasting good.
Oh my God. Amazing.
If nobody knows what we're talking about, it is the taco place, which it's not called Berwyn Tacos, but it's right across from
No,
the Eagles Club.
we call it Berwyn tacos.
Yeah, I think everybody calls it Berwyn Tacos, but it is damn good. I didn't believe the hype till I tried it. I was like, yeah, what's so good about these, man? But it is damn good. They are,
They're good. They're not over greasy. They're flavorful. They're not dry.
yeah, no, they're delicious, man. Really, really dug them. But cool. So how was the show? Who was the most photogenic? Give us a couple of highlights. We're not gonna go through the whole thing. 'Cause that's a lot of wrestling, but
No,
we know
there was a lot of wrestling. Man, I'm trying to think about
like
like where
where
to
do you
start.
start? Yeah.
I mean, there was the big one, the big first thing was there was like an 8-man tag match, and
Hmm.
it had the name was the Meat Friends, which was Chris Wolf, Rocky Radley, Roxy, and Samantha Heights against the Legion of the Undead Brides, which was Elena Black, Howley Cromwell, Kimberly, and Sue Young. And there was a nice spot where Kimberly was stabbing. I don't remember who she was stabbing. She was stabbing one of the other meat friends with I think it was Samantha Heights. She was stabbing Samantha Heights with a carrot. Then Chris Wolf came around her with a sausage and was choking her. And then Sue Young came up behind Chris Wolf and was pulling on her tail. And that was a lovely picture.
Let's where can they find that photo? Because that what you just said needs to be seen right now as people are listening.
That's on Twitter, at BZ, and then my website at basilmahmood.com.
That's an amazing visual.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like when I was editing, I sent that to the ZMT chat, and I was just like, dude, this is fucking insane. This is this is wrestling right here. And then the Kimberly was using Brussels sprouts as weapons. She was throwing them at her opponents, and then they did the thumbtack spot with Brussels sprouts.
Jesus, are you kidding me?
I swear to you. And then at the end of the match, well, in the middle of the match, she's eating the Brussels sprouts, and then at the end of the match, she has a Brussels sprout just hanging out of her mouth.
Oh my God. That's amazing. That is
So
amazing.
yeah, it was a nice little that was a nice little comedy. Not it was like a mix of comedy and like a little bit of serious, but that was Chris Wolf's last Rise match because at the end of April, Chris Wolf is retiring.
Now,
So,
what's her deal? Like, how long has she been wrestling? Not
Let me
that
see.
long, right?
Let me see how long she's been wrestling for. She's been wrestling. It doesn't have 4 years only.
Yeah. What's with the retirement?
It's probably. I mean, it's probably damage to the body. Honestly,
Hey, 'cause I remember I saw Chris Wolf like a year ago for the first time, and I'd
that was
never heard of
that
her
Black
prior.
Label, right?
Yeah, Black Label.
Yeah,
Never heard of her before that. So I was like, huh. 4 years. Yeah, it must be personal clearly at that point. But
yeah.
so
Sucks
that
because
was her.
she's very fun.
She was
She's
fun
very
when I saw her.
energetic.
Yeah.
So she recorded a nice little video for my buddy Brian. My buddy Brian hasn't been able to see her live,
Oh, I saw
and
that. Yeah.
yeah, and then recorded a video for him, and it was nice. It was perfectly Chris Wolf. So
That's cool. That's very cool. No,
yeah,
it seems cool, man. She seems like a fun person. Where's she out of?
Japan.
Like legit from Japan?
Yeah, Chris Wolf. Let me see what her hometown is. Oh, it actually says from Chicago,
Okay.
but she lived in Japan.
Is she Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. So that's it, man. Thanks. So that was her last match ever, or what? Or she's on
No,
like
that
a
was her
tour.
last Rise match.
Gotcha.
She did Shimmer for the weekend, and then she's also doing Shimmer at Mania weekend.
Gotcha. And that'll be it. She's retiring then.
And then I think she has a few more matches because she retires at the end of April. Like April 26th, she said was her last match.
Gotcha. Cool. Very, very nice, man. So then, but overall, good show. Good. Did you work directly with Kevin, or who was your on-site?
Yeah, Kevin was my point of contact
For
for
those who
that
don't know,
one.
we're talking about Kevin Harvey. He's the owner of Rise. He used to be a you might have old AEW fans might remember him from the We Are Here storyline. He was a evil manager in AEW back in the day.
And I still remember he went from manager, and then one day he went to ring announcing,
Yeah,
and then everybody's like, "What are you doing?"
it was
Like
very
nobody
random,
nobody wanted to accept it when he was ring announcing because
dude.
I was at that show as a fan, and we
Me
were all
too.
just we were all just booing him.
Oh, dude, I was so bad to him. I was horrible. I used to heckle the shit out of him so
Yeah, but
bad.
he was a heel.
I know.
We
That's
we
why.
only knew him as a heel, and none of us wanted to accept. Like, no, dude, you can't be corporate. Like, no, like we don't like. There was no explanation for any of this.
And that's what I was saying. I was like, man, I shouldn't feel bad about continuing to heckle him, even though he's a ring announcer.
But you saw it in his face. He felt bad.
Dude, I know because here's the thing, and if he hears this, he's gonna fucking hate me all over again.
Oh
But
God.
because I think he always remembered this when like we met us like when I was with AEW. I think he remembered me because he was really cold to me initially, and I think it's because dude, I used to light him up from the crowd, right? And at one time, he he was ring announcing for Ring of Honor in Milwaukee, and I was like, "Hey, it's that guy!" You know, dude, I was front row, and I was fucking booing him and just
Oh
shitting on him.
God.
And I was like, "Yeah, fuck this and fuck you, Kevin." I was just so obnoxious and just tearing him apart. And I just looked at he was keeping a straight face, but it bothered him so much. So then I meet him at AW, and he's like, "Yeah, nice to meet you." He gives me this look like, I fucking know who you are, you asshole.
Residual heat.
Oh, I knew. He gave me that look like he remembered, but if he brings it up, he'd look like a petty guy. So he's not gonna bring it up, but he's gonna let me know that I fucking know that all those shows you harassed me and you just shat on me from the crowd, and I'm like,
That's awesome.
God. It's like, dude, even to this day, I saw him in New York at Bound for Glory also, and I was like, hey, we talk for you. I mean, we're cool when we talk. But I know there's a little bit of him. It's like, fuck this guy. To this day.
Kevin likes me.
I'm sure he does. You didn't try to ruin his life from the crowd.
You ruined his life.
For those moments.
But yeah. So following that, there was a Rumble match, Royal Rumble style. Well, I thought it was a battle royal at first, and then I found out it's Royal Rumble rules.
Okay.
So it was a good hour-long match.
Uh-huh.
Um, and Ariel Monroe impressed the hell out of me. She was the anchor. She was the first one in, and
Okay.
she was the anchor during that entire Rumble. Like, that girl can go.
Really?
Yes, like, she can go. She needs to be booked more places.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
energetic, charismatic, can talk, can wrestle, like, wrestle really well. Like, she was the standout of that match in my opinion. And she lost to this heel, Zoe Lucas, who is from the UK, and she had a match earlier in the night, or not. She wasn't in a match, but she came out with the Blue Nation, which is like her stable, and
Mhm.
they won a number one contendership for the Guardians of Rise title, which is their tag titles.
Okay.
So she was all over the card. She wins that because Ariel got attacked by the Blue Nation in the middle of the match.
Okay.
Um, that kind of messed her up, and then so yeah, Zoe Lucas wins that, and then Killer Death Machines also won the Guardians of Rise title in a nasty match against Paradise Lost, which is Dustin Ravens Ash, who's Rosemary's stable.
Paradise. That's a cool name, man. I like
Yeah,
that name. That is
yeah,
a really cool name for a stable.
yeah. I liked it. It was
Yeah.
a crazy match. So that was really well done. Um, and then the main event after the Killer Death Machines, after they won that one, um, was Kylie Ray versus Mercedes Martinez, who's the Phoenix of Rise champion, in a no rope submission match, which I really appreciated because it kind of gave me good practice for Bloodsport on Thursday.
Yeah. That's also no ropes, right?
Bloodsport is all no ropes and it's submission and knockout only.
Yep.
And it was so Kylie got like drenched in streamers.
I saw. Yeah, it was a good photo you took.
Yeah, just drenched. She even tried to hide in the streamers in the middle of the match because there were so many streamers. It was like a zombie thing. Like, you just see her hand poking out of it, just trying to hide in there, trying to get away from Mercedes. But they had a great match, and it went outside a couple times. They were using the turnbuckles, like the turnbuckle posts, to do
Nice.
submissions across of. They were using the barricades. Everything was being used. And Kylie gets the win on that. And whatchamacallit, her friend Martina, or not Martina, what was her friend's name again? I'm really bad with names, so I really, really apologize. Miranda
Mm.
Ellis,
Okay.
um came out, was celebrating with her because her and Kylie have been friends for years now.
Hmm.
But she attacks Kylie, hits her with a crazy cutter, and then Zoe Lucas comes out because the winner of the Rumble, it's Money in the Bank style number one contendership rules.
Okay.
So she comes out and cashes in and defeats Kylie for the
Oh,
title right there. Yeah. So she
interesting.
so she defeats Kylie for the title. Um, and then all of the Blue Nation is just attacking Kylie, talking about how she beat the Elite, how she's better than AEW and all that stuff. And then the AEW crew comes out, which is led by Brandy Rhodes. You have Allie, um, Penelope Ford, Nyla Rose, um, and Britt Baker. And Zoe Lucas gets out of there, but then the Blue Nation gets beat up, and then they all kind of celebrate with Kylie because it's Kylie's last Rise show as well because she's going to AEW.
Right, right.
So,
So
and
a
it
lot going on.
still ends on a positive note, which is good.
Yeah, a lot going on there, man.
A lot going
Wow,
on.
crazy. But
Yeah.
cool. So you did that, you wrapped that up, and then you went right to Glory Pro the next day, right?
No,
Or
2 days. 2 days
oh,
after.
two
It
days?
was,
Okay.
so yeah. I had Saturday off and went to Glory Pro. Glory Pro, I just filmed promos and I did portraits.
Oh,
So I
okay.
was not ringside. It was a nice day. It was an easy one. Drove down there at like 10 in the morning. Went with our boy Ryan and
Mm,
Hakeem Zane met us up because it's like halfway from
okay.
Detroit to St. Louis. So we met up in Joliet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, because Joliet isn't out of the way for him. Joliet's like because he had to take 55 down.
Right, right.
So we met up there,
Just
went down.
Zane, or was that
Yeah, no, Hakeem was by himself because all the Detroit boys were at the Journey Pro show in Kansas City a couple days before.
gotcha. Okay.
So they all stayed down in that area.
Okay. So yeah, he was just him solo.
Yeah, it was just him
Nice.
solo. So I was like, yeah, you can hop in because I only had room for one more person because
He's a good dude.
all my camera gear was, I mean, takes up a bunch of space.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy, man. Zane's the man. He's just such a cool dude. He works really hard. I love that about him. Who did
Yeah.
he work?
He actually worked Eddie Kingston. He had a great match with Eddie.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, yeah. They posted about it. How it's like a real banger. That's awesome.
Yeah, I kept trying to peep like during the show. Show
Mhm.
was actually really well done. It had a good crowd. They ran in the same place where Cody came by a few years ago.
No, what is that building? I saw my friend was there. He sent me a picture, and
It's usually it's the fairgrounds for St. Louis or for Collinsville.
okay.
And they usually run like swap marts out of there and stuff like that.
So is it comparable to what Gali used to run out of, like something like that?
No, way bigger, way bigger. There's so much room.
Hmm.
Like there was so much space. It was wonderful because there was so much space for like the backstage area.
Hmm.
So I got to set up and I had no issues with how much room I had and all that and it was fantastic.
Okay. Cool.
So a few of the highlights. Paco's actually so if you're from Chicago, you're pretty much a heel in St. Louis. So Paco's actually is actually a heel. And in the
Well,
beginning of
Paco's
the
not from here, from Chicago.
Paco's from Chicago.
Oh, he's always built from like Champagne or whatever.
Yeah, he's built from Chicago when he's down in St. Louis, so I think that's for the heat.
Is he really? Yeah, he's from like him and like Brubaker and
I
Zero Gravity. They're all from
whatever.
like yeah.
I think it's just easier to say Chicago. People like just it's just um
That's
but it was
funny.
funny because Kylie was in this match. It was with Jake Lander, Cody Lane, Kylie and Stephen Wolf.
Hmm.
And there was like a spot in the match where because Kylie was like out most of the match, she's like, I'm in the match. And then Paco just super kicks her and then gets the win.
Really?
Yeah. It
So
was
she was on
hilarious.
Glory Pro too?
Yeah, she was at Glory Pro. So
Damn, everybody's
she's
making
she's
these
doing
rounds.
she's doing her final rounds everywhere.
That's nuts, man. It's like the final loop.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, and then let me see some other key highlights. Oh, Jake something and AJ Gray. Banger. Banger.
Really?
Yeah, dude. They
Like
had a big old hoss match.
Jake's really firing all cylinders, man.
Yeah, and Jake debuted this new guy who like can look like his brother.
Who's
Like
that?
I don't
Really?
I don't know I think he just said his name was Joseph in the promo.
Joe something. We don't know what his name is. Ah,
No,
I get it.
but but yeah, that was it and it was crazy. And then I mean AJ was beat up. Um Castro and Nix beat No New Friends in a double tables match.
Hmm.
So it was elimination style and the crazy part about it, Kylie turned heel in that match. Kylie helped Castro and Nix to beat No New Friends.
So much Kylie. Kylie's just turning heel, getting turned heel on, losing belts, winning belts. What is up with Kylie?
Yeah. And then Kingston and Hakeem Zane had a banger. Um Ethan Page and Stallion had another banger. Like it was a
I
good
heard.
show.
I heard the matches were really good. Like everybody had good chemistry.
It was a very good show. I mean, that place had a good vibe to it. It felt you didn't feel cramped. It doesn't make it feel like a small show. Like that place, it was a very good crowd. Like it
Mm.
was, yeah, it was one of their higher attended crowds.
What do they draw? Like I know that it's a big room, a lot of
Um,
space.
I want to say that was I I I want to say 300 to 400.
It's not bad on a Sunday afternoon. It's
Yeah,
not bad.
Sunday afternoon. And then Besties defeated Lucha Brothers, got some revenge on them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was for the titles. So
Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Cool. Besties are on fire, man. I still predict the Besties will show up at Impact
yeah.
this year. I have felt that they're going to just be on something with Impact. I just feel I don't know. I feel like they're close
I
to
need it.
something on
I feel
TV.
like Impact still needs some more variety in their tag division.
They're a good touch, but the thing is, I worry about the Besties. Is if they lose the song, what happens to them? You know, like you need something else. Like a big portion of the Besties is that damn song,
It's
man.
that song. It gets the crowd hyped, and like. But the thing is, they deliver in the ring. But like, that's a big part of their character is that song.
That song is too big of a part. So you either you pay the money, or you find a song that's very comparable.
They
That
need to get that Wheatus that Wheatus thing that Nate Webb gets.
yeah, like where they're cool with it. They're just like, yeah, cool, we're good, sign off.
Yeah.
Like I only Savage Garden's that busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Can you imagine them coming out to Savage Garden
I mean, it would be interesting in like
on Impact?
2019. It would be funny to see
That
them
would
come
be
out,
that would be epic. That
but
would
they
be
need.
really,
But it's one of those things where a lot of guys. I've always said like a lot of guys depend on their song, man. And if you lose your song, what happens to
but
you?
you,
You
but
know,
you gotta remember everybody on the big leagues. They depend on their song too. I
they
mean,
do.
look at
But
I mean look at Bobby Roode in WWE, man. That song made him.
but keep this in mind that the song reliance for a guy like Bobby Roode happened in WWE already, so he didn't have to give up a song to go there. You know what I mean? Like these
No, no,
guys,
no. I get that, but like that's like his debut.
yeah,
His debut was at a takeover, and every like
I heard.
they released the song early because he came out a couple times to it, and then WWE released the song. But before his debut,
Hmm.
because he like it was like the week before takeover or whatever, and everybody wanted the song, and when he came out, the entire crowd was singing it.
No, it's nuts. Like the way I saw that debut, I remember. I'm like, what in the fuck? This is insane.
Yeah.
But 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 yeah, I mean they gotta get ready. They need to license out. They need to contact a cover band, something where that shit is like you can use it, man. If you go somewhere
If
else.
if Besties can get rights to that song, game over.
Here's the thing. You can legally get and I'm saying this as a musician who has released a commercial cover. We did a Motorhead release. You can 200% use a cover version of the song if you can get it, and you are allowed to use it. You like there'll be no royalties given, like any money made from broadcasting or whatever will go right to the actual writers. But you can use it though. It is legal to get. So they should start hitting up like, hey, any Savage Garden cover bands out there, which I doubt that exists, but if anyone can do a cover, you it's actually not a hard process. You do a cover, you
There's
go
gotta
through
be someone in like Manuka or some shit like
Minooka,
that.
Illinois. But the thing is,
Wait, where's Seventh Heaven at?
oh my god, everywhere, man. Seventh Heaven makes fucking six figures doing covers. It's insane. But no, but it's actually not hard. You do you get it written, you get a license clearance, which isn't that much. You get that cleared, you get a certificate that certifies you've cleared it for the license, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. So it's actually not bad if they get somebody to do it. They can take that with them. It's just a matter of doing it. So that's what it comes down to.
It'll be good. And then yeah, so on the way back, so I had Ryan and Hakeem with me, and I was like, guys, like we got there a little bit later than we wanted to, so I couldn't do Cracker Barrel for breakfast. So I just got some Starbucks. And then on the way back, I was like, guys, there's a Cracker Barrel and it was the Cracker Barrel that we hit up. That's like That's the infamous St. Louis Cracker Barrel that I've always hit up on the way back.
What's so special about it?
It's a good Cracker Barrel. I've been to it a few times, and I've always had a good experience there. And
Man.
these guys have not. Ryan and Hakeem have never been to Cracker Barrel.
Come on, Hakeem hasn't?
He
No,
is
wait.
not. He is
False on
not.
Ryan. False on. He went with us in Nashville.
He didn't eat,
He didn't eat, but he went.
but he didn't eat.
Why didn't he eat that day?
I don't know. So I was like, guys, we need to do Cracker Barrel. Like, we were all hungry. We all wanted dinner because we just got Jimmy John's like right before we went to the show. We just got something quick. I was like, guys, we need to do Cracker Barrel. I don't give a fuck what time I get home. I just want to eat Cracker Barrel. And I changed their lives. They thought I was overhyping this. Like, they legit thought I was a hype man. And I was like, guys, no, it's Cracker
best
Barrel.
restaurant ever. How is Zane he's been wrestling for 15 years. How has he never done that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's odd.
So at first he was complaining because he wanted waffles, and they don't have waffles at Cracker Barrel. They have pancakes. They have French toast.
Yeah, and it's banging. That's the best part.
Dude, it's the best pancakes ever.
Oh, so good.
So
better than
they loved it. And then our waiter Eddie hooked it up. Gave us free
Eddie.
peach cobbler.
Eddie.
Oh, dude, Eddie was chill. Hakeem almost cut a promo because the dude's name was Eddie, and he just had the match with Kingston.
Oh my god.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, we did that, and it was for me. It was expected to be as good as it was. So I was very happy, and then they were very happy because they enjoyed the food, and then they had the little snack area with all the treats and stuff. So we all got some snacks from there.
Amazing.
For the way back, and then we still hit up a Casey's because we needed we needed more refreshments. I was like, "Oh, there's a Casey's. Let's go to Casey's." They're like, "Why do you get so excited about these places?" I'm like, "Because when you road trip as much as I have, there's certain spots that you can rely on. Cracker Barrel, Casey's, you can never be disappointed with either of those two.
Unless you're in LaSalle and trying to order a sandwich at Casey's at 1 a.m.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. I'll tell people real quick. We were doing LaSalle. There was the last show, right? Was it the last LaSalle show?
The last LaSalle. I think we talked about this on the last LaSalle podcast.
Yeah, we did. But man, I'm like, I feel like a sandwich because they didn't have cheese pizza.
I told you, I'll see you in half an hour.
Dude, that sandwich, it took half hour, and then in that half hour, she made my sandwich, which was like a foot long, okay, which Subway can do in 3 minutes.
It's a cold sandwich.
She took a half hour, and during the half hour, I somehow got this lady's number. She gave me her home address, her husband's phone number, told me exchanged websites, gave me said I should play music with her husband. She downloaded one of my albums, and was about to even call her husband, oh, I got this musician here. I was like, no, don't call him right now. I gotta get going after I eat this. I'll give him a call sometime. But I was like, what is happening? Why? I've never seen a sandwich made so slow to the point where I was like, I could have killed the fucking cow myself and goddamn gutted the beef myself and done this quicker than she made the sandwich.
You could have grown the wheat.
I could have grown
the meat, baked the wheat, mix it with the water and the salt, and you could have baked it before she made that sandwich.
Unreal. I don't even know what hit me, man. Fuck. All right.
But still, Casey's is legit to hit up if you need a good convenience store.
Amazing.
So we did that. Yeah. And then and I fly out as this airs. I will be flying out today. Wednesday. I'll be flying out to New York.
Yes, sir.
And staying at the Roosevelt Hotel.
Oh, you're not staying with your buddy this year?
I am. We are, but why would I drive back from Jersey? Like, he lives South Jersey.
Gotcha. Oh, so you're staying in Jersey?
Huh? No, we're staying in New York.
At the Roosevelt Hotel?
The Roosevelt Hotel. Staying there. It's like right in the middle of everything. Everything is within 20 minutes. which is good.
That was familiar. I feel like I've.
The only the
Yeah,
only the only thing that's gonna be farther is Impact, but I'm already gonna be halfway there because I'm gonna be in Jersey already for Bloodsport. So
I feel like I've stayed at the Roosevelt. It's in Midtown, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I stayed at the Roosevelt. It's a nice place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I'm excited. So we're staying there from Wednesday to Monday.
yeah, yeah. It's a good place. It's you are like in the middle. It's like I want to say like 44. It's not 42nd. It's not like up for. It's like 44th and
44th.
5th or something.
Here, I'll pull it up real quick.
Or like 44th and like
45th. It's 45th Street.
45th Street. Yeah, dude. It's not. It's like away from the chaos of Times Square, but close
40.
enough to
It's
everything.
45th and Madison.
For Madison. So like yeah, so it's right off.
Vanderbilt. It's between Vanderbilt and Madison.
So right after fifth, because right after fifth. Yeah, cool. Man, it's badass.
Yeah. So we got a good hotel for that. That was on my boy Brian.
Good,
He
yeah, it's a
uh
good
he,
place. The
he booked
price is
that
right there
spot.
too, usually too. I think I only pay. I think I under $200 a night at that place. It wasn't bad. I got it for like I think one year I went like off peak and I got it for like $100 a night. It was nothing.
Yeah.
That's cool,
So
man. Very nice.
yeah, it was good shit. And then so I got Bloodsport Thursday, Impact Thursday night. Then the next day got Black Label Pro. Then in the same building, luckily, Joey Janela Spring Break 3. Then the next day we got Revolver. And Revolver's like right around the corner. WrestleCon is like right around the corner from us. So I wish
Nice.
I had more WrestleCon bookings because right around. And then going to the G1 Supercard, the ROH New Japan card over at Madison Square Garden, which huge bucket list for me just to go. I'm going just as a fan, not shooting, but just to go to a Madison Square Garden show is going to be epic for me.
Yeah,
So
cool. It's a great venue, man.
I know it's not. It's the revamped version, but still, it's Madison Square
It's
Garden.
still MSG. It's still the thing. Yeah, it's you. So if you walk in off of 33rd Street, there's if you walk in on that side, which I think is the main side to come in, there's like this long curving hallway where they have like big banner mural photos of like stars who have performed there and stuff. One year they had, and I don't think it's there anymore. They had Hogan on one of them, and I don't think he's up there anymore. I think it got taken down during all that bullshit.
Yeah,
But one year was like Hogan, and then I remember when Piper was after he passed, like it was on the sign, and they had a picture of Piper in there. So I don't know if they're still doing the mural things, but it's cool, man. That walking that hallway is really iconic. It's like this outdoor hallway. It's cool, man. It's really cool. You'll see it. Definitely a very historic venue. Cool
yeah.
place to go.
Then Sunday, um, doing the Bullet Club block party.
No, where's that?
That's at Reds in Jersey, um, right down the street from Mania. I'm not going to Mania live because it is cold as fuck. It's gonna be like 55 degrees is the high. So by the time Mania ends at 11 o'clock or midnight or whatever, it's gonna be like 35 degrees.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
that. Why are they
so
doing that? Why?
I don't know. I don't get if you're gonna do outdoors, it has to be like when I went to Florida, that was outdoors and that was completely fine.
Just do that. Stick to the warm weather climates, man. Make
Yeah.
it let people have a vacation here too at the same time.
Go like if they did like Minnesota, Minnesota has a roof.
You have
It's
a
fine.
dome.
Who
Exactly.
cares? Like
I mean, yeah, just
do it
do
a
that.
place that has a dome, but we're gonna go back to the hotel and then
Are you-
we're gonna watch Mania. I'm gonna bring the Apple TV
yeah, I was just
and
saying like you could bring like a Chrome or some Chromecast or Apple TV and just hook it up.
I'm gonna bring the Apple TV with me because I know the Apple TV is good at streaming.
There you
So
go.
we're gonna watch it off the Apple TV from there, and then um I
And
believe Monday we're gonna go to Access at
it's still
12.
going on at Monday.
Yeah, it's still going on because they're actually recording a network special.
I saw.
There's this Worlds Collide tournament that they do, which they have Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, and NXT UK in this like 4-day long tournament. Like Access runs their own shows. during this whole
Yeah,
thing. Like,
I've seen that. Yeah.
and that's kind of like what we all talked about. Like, Access still has to run their own. Like, they started this whole wrestling week thing.
Right.
So like when they were talking about Mania or WWE trying to block out other places.
I mean,
Um,
I can't disagree. I mean, I'm not even a WWE fan, but I gotta say, like these
you're like the
guys,
most anti WWE
I
fan.
am, but I agree with them. I think it is kind of fucked up that it's their event, and every son of a bitch comes in and says, "Well, you already got all the people." I mean, it's also smart of the indies to say, "Well, everybody's in one place." But like, you can't fault the WWE for being saying, "What the fuck, man? We did all this is our show, our work. Here you fuckers are piggybacking on
There, it's
us."
yeah, WWE is the draw, and then everybody goes to like people can say they're not going to Mania, but how often do people travel to go to an indie show somewhere else?
I'd like to see this. I'd like to see a summit like that happen without Mania as the anchor,
Do you know
and
what? Oh,
and see
like, are
what
you talking
happens.
about like a whole weekend?
Do a whole weekend where
Because
everybody comes together except Mania.
PCW Ultra just did like the wrestling summit last weekend.
I saw that, yeah. But like, I'm talking like all these guys who are doing this and who are converging here. Like, why don't you guys pick another town and converge there and see what happens?
Yeah.
Like,
Just don't
honestly,
do it against don't run it up against Mania, but
yeah, yeah. I'm saying you do it in like, you do it in fucking like May or something. Do a Memorial Day weekend or something, whatever. Like, I don't, whatever. Like, pick another random month and then everybody converge like you're converging now, and then see what like the real proof is in that right. Like,
but you like there is some things like GCW
yeah,
sold out every single one of their shows. And there's not many sold out indies yet. Like
that's
there'll be a
true.
lot of walk up.
A lot of walk up, right? Because people are gonna see how their schedule pans out and walk
Exactly.
up.
And because this year's Mania schedule
Uh huh.
was changed 7 times over because people got mad that WWE changed their schedule
Really?
because they didn't want like they were actually kind of considerate. They did not want Takeover running up against MSG,
Which is
which
cool. I mean,
which is
yeah.
smart. Like it always used to be ROH versus NXT, which
Right.
is fine because ROH was running out of some 6,000 person building
Right.
and WWE was running last year. WWE ran out of Barclays or not Barclays.
Yeah. Barclays.
Was it last year? Was it in New
No.
York? No,
Last
no.
year. Last year was New Orleans.
Last year was New Orleans, and it was at the Smoothie King Center.
Okay.
And they ran out of there, and then ROH Supercard ran out of I don't remember somewhere else. And it's 6,000. That's not going to cut into it. But when you have 20,000, 25,000, that's going to cut into your bottom line regardless. You have
Yes.
75,000 people coming in, you're
Yeah.
taking out a third of that. So they moved
True.
it
And
to
that's the thing, man.
they moved it to Friday. And then people got pissed off because it fucked up with their indie plans. But they don't care about their indie plans because they're not caring about the indie. They're caring
No.
about their show. They're caring about their bottom line.
Right. They don't give a shit. Like everybody's already mooching on them. Man, what the fuck?
So many indie things got changed around.
I know.
It
I can't.
it actually helped me out because Impact moved to a later time.
Right. I saw
Impact
that.
was supposed Impact was supposed to be at 7, and everything got switched around. So Impact moved to 11 on Thursday, which was perfect for me because I got to get booked for Bloodsport.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Um, dude. Yeah. It's an odd. It's a real. Like I said, I see both sides. I mean, if you're an indie and you're like, man, they already got all the fans there. Fuck it, let's capitalize. But at the same time, if you're WWE, you're like, man, fuck you guys. You muddied up our goddamn weekend. So I see both, man. But I would like to see these indies do a summit like this without WWE as the anchor and just see how it goes. I mean, it can't hurt.
I mean,
Uh,
we technically we did that with All In.
that's true. We did it. And that's the thing. I mean, it's one of those things.
You need to have a big show that runs out of a big arena.
You need the anchor,
You
of
do.
course.
You still need an anchor of some
Yeah.
sort. And Chicago, we did that with All In weekend. We had
And
two AEW
double
shows
shot.
sold out.
Yeah.
All In sold out. All Out before that ran sold out. Warrior Wrestling Like
Yeah, the
almost
next day.
it was like 1,000 people for Warrior Wrestling 2.
Yeah,
That was a good weekend.
I guess on the other hand, it's like if people are gonna spend the money, fuck it, like it is what it is.
So
You can't deny it. They're gonna spend the money, and no matter what. But yeah, I guess I see both sides of the coin, man, from a business standpoint.
I see both. I get it,
Totally get it.
but people shouldn't be mad at WWE that they're changing
No,
their schedule for their weekend.
no, and you know me, I'm the first guy to blame them for anything. But I cannot be. I will not say be mad at them. There's no way you should be mad at them for that.
I do have to ask you a WWE related question real quick, and you know what I'm gonna ask.
Is it pre 1997?
No.
Well, I might not know the answer.
Yeah, you will. Did you watch the match?
No, I did not watch the match.
Did you vote yet?
I think I voted prior, man, like way before.
Before I asked you for round three, you voted for round three on Two Heels in the Faces thing?
Oh, no, maybe not a round three.
Because I messaged you the second they put round three live.
Oh, okay. No, I voted round one.
Well, you need to watch that match before you go to bed tonight, and then you can vote because I don't want you to lose out on the voting.
For context, you want to tell people what match it is?
So I think this was a fair thing. I did not make you watch any of the other matches. So Two Heels in the Face has like best of classic matches, and then there's a WWE, a WCW, an NXT, and an Impact bracket. There was all like different brackets. And then I said for the semifinals, it was Impact versus NXT, and I know Trent has not watched any NXT matches.
None.
And I said, can you please, I don't even care if you still vote for Impact and if you legit feel that way, because it's two very good matches. And it's Ciampa versus Gargano from TakeOver NOLA last year up against the infamous triple threat from Unbreakable for Impact. That was Joe, AJ, and Christopher Daniels.
Right.
So okay. I really feel like you should watch that match. Like when I watched that match live, I was insanely me and Brian were watching, Brian and T, we all watched that live together at the Smoothie King Center, and jaws were just dropped for that match. So I think it's like a 45-minute banger.
All right. We'll see. So I told you I'll check it out, mainly because I like Tommaso from his early days. He's a good dude. He was good to me, so I'll do it for him.
Yeah, that's like the only one. Like you were voting everybody based on their indies. That's fine. I get it.
I completely voted everybody like that first round. I'm like, who was cool when they came to AEW? Let's see. Let me vote for them. But all right, cool. So yeah, man, you got a big schedule, guys. If you see Basil at any of these shows,
feed me.
Go up to him, give him water. He dehydrates quickly.
Give me Bang energy drinks.
Bang energy drink. Hydrate him because he dehydrates very easily.
Oh, really quick. Couple notes from Glory Pro that I completely forgot about. There was this awesome fan. Let me get her Twitter handle real quick. She messaged me before I got there. Her name is Ashley Barkley. Miss A Ashley messaged me. She's like, "Hey, if you can find me, come into the crowd. I got something for you." I was like, "Oh, cool." She gave me this entire pack of Boy Meets World buttons.
No way.
Yeah, every cast member. I was like, "This is dope." So I got the pack sitting on my table. I'm just trying to decide where I'm going to put them. And then also, our boy Kurt Stallion's a listener of the pod.
No way. Is he really?
Yeah, dude. He brought it up to me.
Curtis, how you doing, bud? Thank you for listening.
Oh,
He's got some cool pins out, man. Those new pins? Dude, I want to get a Kurt Stallion.
That's made from my boy Helist.
Dude, I want to get a Kurt Stallion, like the deputy pin, the sheriff pin, whatever it is. I'll
talk to him, and then we'll get the pins.
Get me a pin Mania weekend. Get me one from.
I got you.
I mean, worst case, I'll get it when I see him in like 2 weeks. But
yeah.
I definitely want one of those for sure.
Yup.
Kurt's the man. Cool, man. Thanks for taking care of Basil, guys. We appreciate that. I
appreciate all of you.
Yeah, one of our listeners sent me a gift as well. I don't know if I told you.
For me, right?
Huh?
There was that other gift that you got for me.
Not for you. It was for me.
No, didn't you say I got one too?
No, when?
From the TNI one.
No, so that same listener, Eric DeHoff, sent me This is funny. So he sends me. He said, "I got a gift for you. I'm sending it out." I said, "Okay, cool. Thanks, man." It never arrived. Never got. I'm like, man, it sucks. It got lost. Never went back to him. So we were pissed off. And he's like, "Well, let me tell you what it was because it clearly got lost." But he got me 2 autographed photos of of Amber Nova, the wrestler in Florida.
Yeah.
And we talked about her, so he got me 2 autographs. So he felt bad, and he contacted Amber Nova, told her what happened, and he had her send me 2 replacements, which is really nice. I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome." So I got him, and then 3 days later, his original one showed up like after 3 weeks. So, and he's like, "Why don't you give one to Kyle or Basil?" And I'm like, "Well, it says to Trent." And he's like, "Give it anyway." So
That's awesome.
so I was like, "Yeah, maybe I will." But that was cool, Eric Doff. Thank you very much for sending that. Great listeners, man. He listens to both pods of mine, so but he likes this one a lot, and he was a supporter of you healing on TNI, so he liked he
Good
was one of
man.
the
Good
little
man.
Basil guys.
Good man.
All right, we'll let these guys go, man. Basil, tell people where they can find you. Aside from where they can find you Mania weekend, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, 2 E's, 4 Z's, and a Y. And you can find all my pictures on basilmahmood.com, BASILMAHMUD.com.
Come. If you want a picture, contact him first. Let him know what you're looking for. He'll take care of it. But you can find me, guys, at Vanilla Joke on Twitter and Instagram. Connect with me there. Say what's up. You can find my band Hemi at hemimusic.com or Hemi Music on Twitter and Instagram. We are the official music for Impact's Rebellion.
Hey.
That's right, Rebellion pay-per-view coming up. We are the theme music for Johnny Impact and Brian Cage's match. So we're in the main. I made the main event, kid. I'm in the main event. So check us out. The song's called Decay. You can listen to it at hemimusic.com. You can check out this podcast wherever podcasts are found: Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and YouTube. It is on YouTube now as well. Baz, our YouTube numbers have been going up and up every week. That's pretty cool, I think. People are finding us on YouTube as well. It's becoming this odd other medium people are finding us. So I'm really psyched about continuing to build YouTube. So I think every show, and I'm going to poll this to the people out there. I think every show we're on together, like AEW, we should do a quick little thing for our YouTube channel. Like
we should. We can get Polish Rob to record that.
Yeah, and it's Super HD.
Super HD.
Super HD.
Super
HD. All right, cool, man. Well, that's about it, guys. I mean, like I said, connect with us online. Oh, I'm sorry. You can also find us at the BSB Show on Twitter and Facebook. Just type in the BSB Show or the Backstage Boys podcast. It'll come right up. You can email us at backstageboyspod@gmail.com. And Basil, the Instagram, is that ready yet? You're going for Mania, man. Is that
no?
We need that ready.
Do you know what? I took the 2 extra bookings this weekend. I'm at Mania this week. Next week.
All right, he's guaranteed it, guys. Post Mania, there's going to be firings and releases, and there's also going to be an Instagram going on. So that's what happens post Mania week. People get fired, they get released, they jump ship, they go to different companies, and we might get an Instagram that week. So here we go, man. All right, guys. Wish Basil good luck. Say hello to him in New York. Basil, good luck, man. Have a good time.
Thanks, brother.
Take care of Nate. He's small and he can get lost.
Me and Nate are actually gonna be together all day Thursday. He's gonna be at Bloodsport, and then he's gonna roll with me to Impact.
Very nice, very nice. Take care of our buddy there. ZMT has to care for each other.
ZMT.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We will talk again when Basil's back from New York and debrief all of that craziness that happens. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.